Showtime.
Showtime, baby.
Let's dive right in.
What's stopping us?
Absolutely nothing.
What's stopping us from talking about it?
Nothing. Reggie, drop the beat.
Who's Reggie?
Yeah, what's some catchy thing that could be in an intro? All right, here we go.
There, wait, hang on.
Dude.
And the guy.
Just, either you can start it off or I can start it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's episode 15 of The Dude and the Guy.
Episode 15.
We are so happy to be. You know what? Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us today.
Yeah. You know what? We're your guests, okay?
Thanks for having us in your ears.
You're our
host.
Be our guest, though, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly.
What's new? What happened in your week? I don't know. It's
usually my line.
Yeah.
It's usually my line right
sorry.
there. I've been working.
14 out of 15 times you got it in one. Never mind. Go on. Hey, keep going. Keep going.
I've just been working and moving.
Yeah.
Working and moving. We went out to Troy today, to our new house.
Helping your dad and
helping my pants.
Moi and pop.
My moi and pop.
Yeah.
We had to move. They put new floor in. It looks really good. So we put the toilets back down and put the washer and dryer in the...
Oh, you had to lift all those?
We lifted the toilets up so that they could put the floor in, yeah.
So, before they laid any... So, the restroom, okay, the bathroom. Does that have tile?
No, it's not tile. It's...
Stucco?
It's linoleum.
Okay.
Linoleum.
Before they laid down the aluminium...
Linoleum.
The aluminium. Did you yourself pick up the toilet?
My father and I.
They paved the aluminium all over the.
No,
the flooring?
we lifted them and put one in the bathtub in the one bathroom, and then the other one we put in the shower.
Imagine a toilet in a bathtub.
A toilet in a bathtub. It's a very strange thing to look at.
I'd probably laugh my
tail off.
Yeah.
And so we lifted them up. And then we went to our house in St. Charles to sleep there. And then the people did the flooring while we were absent. And then we went back today because they concluded their job today.
Wrapping that up.
They wrapped it up today, so we went and put the toilets back down. We put the washer and dryer inside. We put a...
Did you caulk the toilets?
Dining room set. We didn't caulk them yet. My dad got this, some kind of... putty that goes in there, so I guess that I don't know if that's the same function. I don't know anything. What did you do this week?
What did I do? I'm in the middle of a ruthless gauntlet. Okay,
let's hear about
ruthless gauntlet.
This ruthless gauntlet.
I am taking 18 credits this semester. Okay, I have 4 8-week classes. Okay, for the first
12 credit hours is full time, right?
Yes, yeah. And one class is 3 credit hours, typically. And, so I'm in the middle of a ruthless gauntlet because 4 of my classes, 12 credits out of those 18 credits, are 8-week classes for the first 8 weeks. This is week 8, so I'm wrapping everything up. And, I got a 10-page paper to write between now and, Saturday at midnight. I got a presentation to record between now and what time is it?
4.
Jeez, okay. So I got 8 hours. I got the presentation done. It's just I got to speak on it. And I also ordered a iPhone 12 and iPhone 12.
Why? Just
take a look at my phone. It's an iPhone 6S.
It's been broken like that for a while, though, hasn't it?
For over a year. I've refused to get it repaired just because I've been meaning to get a new phone. So I pre-ordered that puppy.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, it's pre-ordered?
It's pre-ordered. So, and I'm getting it delivered to mi casa By next Friday.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. And be there in a minute. Yeah, I don't think anything else is going on.
I chipped Jess's tooth.
Oh, jeez.
I did. I chipped her tooth.
You disgust. Yeah, so
We were just roughhousing.
you disgust me.
Playing. We were just playing around,
Horsing around.
horse playing.
See, if Sanker was in the room, he'd be like, "This is how people get hurt."
Yeah, exactly.
But he wasn't.
And she
Please
hit.
come on our podcast.
She hit her tooth on her dog's head, and it chipped.
Which doesn't make sense.
It's almost an impossible
A dog's
thing.
head is soft and furry.
The dog was fine. For some reason, every time I
The
explain
dog was
this story,
unconscious.
so yeah, knock the dog out. Every time I explain this story to people, they always go, "Was the dog okay?"
Was the
I was like,
dog's
yeah,
tooth
the dog was fine. Just chipped her tooth. So yeah, that was a bummer. So when her, we were horsing around, she hit her tooth. She goes, "Ow!" and
Owie.
and like she was like holding her face or whatever, and I was like, "What? What happened? What'd I do? Sorry. What'd I do?" And like then when I found out she chipped her tooth, I felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
I mean, I just felt absolutely sick.
Looked at your hands,
You
asking yourself, "What have I become?"
You ever just like goof around and then something goes horribly wrong?
Yeah.
Just that feeling in your stomach.
Yeah.
And it was like that. It felt like somebody was dead.
Yeah. When like the mood is good, and then all of a sudden,
Instant.
you're the one who screws something up. You're
Yeah.
the one who ruins the fun.
Not only is the fun ruined, but it's 100% my fault that the fun was ruined. You know. So
And-
yeah, that was a terrible thing that happened.
Yeah, that's rough. It's rough.
Well, if I had the choice between that happening and that not happening, I would choose for it to not happen.
Okay. I mean,
Just to put it into perspective.
okay. I mean, at least it's done, I suppose.
I'd never have to deal with that specific.
Yeah. Not
situation
saying
again.
like it had to be done, but the fact that it was done,
Check it off the list.
it's kind of like it just shows the integrity of the foundation you two have.
Okay. You lost me with all that.
Okay. This gourd looks like a ghost.
Thanks. Gourd?
It's watermelon. What is that?
I don't know what it is.
I know it's fake. What's
this
it
is
supposed to be?
This is real.
Oh.
I don't know what it is. Maybe a squash. It's just decoration, dude. Relax.
Okay.
Can you chill out?
Audience will never see that.
Did anybody ever like? I know you were so antisocial and never had a friend until high school. But did anybody ever like fake out like they were gonna hit you and then make you flinch and then like laugh at you for making you flinch?
I'm sure it's happened.
Like pretend to hit you
Yeah.
and then you're like, duh.
I'm sure it's happened, yeah. It probably still happens.
Probably happens every day.
Yeah.
People probably just bully you.
Yeah.
So
I'm a huge pushover.
So, like, it's just funny. People will make somebody flinch, and then they go, I got you. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, of course you got me, because I thought you were going to hit me in the face.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I did was try not to get hit in the face. You're
It's
laughing
like,
at me for that.
What's going on in their head? They're like, "Oh, psych!" And they're like,
Yeah.
"I can't believe I pulled that
I
off,
can't
man."
believe- I can't believe you fell for that. And
You
then,
so thought it.
so then they do that, and like it's your instinct that takes over, makes you flinch like that.
Yeah.
And they make fun of you, and then or sometimes they'll go, "Oh, 2 for flinching," and then they'll hit you twice. And it's like, damn, I would have been fine just getting hit once.
Right.
Somebody just screamed outside the
Yeah.
window. I'm trying to figure
Bloody
out what.
murder, actually.
I mean, it sounded like somebody got really hurt.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see any people outside, so
All I see
whoever's getting hurt right now is out of my field of view.
is a pile of blood and then a guy running away really fast with bloody hands.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What a perv.
what about cyclists who use the street instead of the sidewalk. And I cannot believe this is the first time this has been brought up.
Yeah, they're kind of. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't.
When there's a
do it.
perfectly fine sidewalk.
When there's a perfectly fine sidewalk, you shouldn't do it. I mean, maybe. Okay, let's say. I feel like what's going on in their heads is the same thing that kids have when they're dropped off by the school bus in their neighborhood. You know, I feel like all the kids have the desire to walk on the street when there's a perfectly good sidewalk. You know,
which is also really dumb.
but I guarantee you were one of those kids though.
Well, my neighborhood didn't have a sidewalk.
Oh.
But when I was like walking to the gas station or whatever else, I would use the sidewalk.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm talking about neighborhoods, though. But anyway.
My neighborhood didn't have any sidewalks.
Yeah, I stayed on the sidewalk until I wanted to be one of the cool kids, and I walked down the street, and I got mugged. But anyway.
Got hit by a car.
Yeah, I'm... Yeah. It's going to make a joke, but then I'm like, there's actually people who are like that. So I'm gonna keep going. Cyclists. Right. Yeah. Unless if you can travel 60 miles per hour on your bike on tap, you shouldn't do that.
Or 35.
Yeah.
On like
anything more than 5 miles per hour would suffice.
They go so slow, and then they're wearing their like yellow tights,
the panty shorts.
Yeah, it's a very uncomfortable,
flamboyant,
pretty flamboyant.
No matter the guys and the girls wear the same. What would you
outfit?
Outfit, yeah. I was gonna say garb or garb.
It garbs.
Garbs, yeah.
Short for garbage. I was. Where was I? I think on Highway 79, losing some service.
Okay.
I don't know if I was on the phone or what. I can't remember. But when you look at the little service thing on the top, it says 4G, and it's got this many bars, however many bars, But
okay.
That when you don't have service, that's what it says sometimes. But there's like LTE, and then there's 5G.
I have LTE.
Which those are the ones where you have internet. But it used to be before.
My new iPhone 12 is gonna have the 5G, but go on.
But before it was 5G, it was 4G.
That's correct, and then 3G.
But 4G still had internet. But now, when all you have is 4G, you don't have internet. When did 4G become no service?
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
When did they just turn the internet off for the 4G users?
Huh.
You read me?
It's like they watered down the 4Gs.
It's not like it's slower or it works.
That's kind of stupid.
It just doesn't work.
It's like 4G was, the shit. It had internet. It was capable of having internet. And then they had 5G. They're like, oh, how can we make the Gs better? Well, let's just make 4G worse.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just get rid of 4G, but also still keep it. Just make it not work. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that.
I have another quarrel.
Get after it.
With technology and its advancements. This morning, right?
Like today?
Yeah, today. Let me just give you a background, okay? Lay the scene. I went to bed at like 2 last night. Okay. I was working on my Irish culture presentation.
Okay.
And then I woke up at 5.
Because
5 a.m. because I wanted to be one of the first ones to pre-order the iPhone because those things sell like hotcakes.
Well, yeah, and like with the PlayStation, like that's sold out right now, so you don't want to have to wait.
So
like I do.
I looked back at your situation, and you're just PS5less. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and will be for a long time, most likely.
So I was like, I got to get on this now, and it was 5 a.m. I was like, pre-order start at 5 a.m. What's the big deal? Why is the website not working? And then I saw it was 5 a.m. PDT, as in like Pacific time. I was like, oh, this is Central Time. What's the conversion of that? And apparently I was like an hour ahead. So I went back to sleep for an hour, and then I woke up at like 6
a.m.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is good. You know, this is the right time. And then 6 a.m. hit, and it was the same screen. I waited a little bit. 6:05, the same screen. Kept waiting, same screen. The website was like crashing, pretty much.
Oh.
So my point that I'm getting at here is iPhone. You know, Apple is claiming to make all these great advancements with their phones. Like, oh yeah, we got 13 megapixels instead of 12 now.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Oh, we got this ceramic coating shield. You know, it's indestructible.
It's the best phone that's ever existed.
Phone. You know, they say yeah.
And then they go, but
But
you got to wait on our website, and our website's going to keep messing up.
yeah, pretty much, if they can make these advancements, if they put so much effort in their phones, why can't they do it on their own website?
Right.
To make it do the website isn't even doing the bare minimum. It's not functioning how it's supposed to.
Right.
Yet they're giving all these phones these unnecessary bells and whistles. That's all I'm getting. I was just like, what the heck?
I agree, man. Apple sucks.
Yeah, so does 4G.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come full circle, good.
Yeah, that was a full circle, 360 degrees.
Yeah.
There's never going to be a new color.
No.
Isn't that like sad?
It is disappointing.
Nobody's ever going to be like, hey, check out this color.
Yeah.
Never been seen before.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All it is the colors that we have and different shades.
I feel
of
like
them.
the closest color to the most, I don't even
the
know if
newest
this
color?
is a color, but the most, yeah, like the most recent color I have encountered, okay? Let's put it that way. Is that like silver chrome material where like in different lights it changes from like a reddish
pearlescent
to, is that what that is?
I think so.
You see it on like
Every once in a while you see it on a car.
Yeah.
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 Like
So
you look at it from a different angle, it's a different color.
I mean, if you think about it, it's like a hodgepodge of colors, but that was something I haven't seen
But I don't think that's
till
like
somewhat recently.
that's like several already existing colors because of the material that it's made out of and the way the sun reflects off of it.
Here's
It's not a new color though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the color wheel. Okay. My Photoshop app, right, has this circle. It's like the whole rainbow comes full circle, like we discussed earlier.
360 degrees?
That's right. Yep. And on the outside of the circle, it's like white, and then on the inside of the circle, it's black. So not only could you choose a color, but you can choose like how
the darkness.
how pastel you want it, or
Right.
how like gloomy you want that color.
Right.
So theoretically, every color existing known to man is in that circle.
Right.
Yeah.
Theoretically.
So theoretically, in theory. So imagine if they did find a new color. How would they like fix that? Like, oh, how are we gonna shoehorn this in this wheel? We've like there's nowhere for it to fit.
The color wheel becomes 361 degrees.
Yeah.
And like everything changes. The rainbow changes.
That's right.
I don't know. That would be crazy.
It's weird stuff. Dang it. I was gonna. Oh, yeah. I remember kind of similar thing. Numbers. There'll never be a new number. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I remember as a kid, my dad, I was like, hey, what's the like biggest number? And my dad was like, infinity. You know? I was like, what? What's infinity? He was like, I'll show you later. I'm like, what's it look like? I just wanted to know what infinity looked like.
Right.
You know, how many digits was on there.
Right.
And when I got home, he like drew it on a piece of paper, and it was just like a horizontal 8.
Yeah.
I was like, what? The heck? What?
Yeah.
What? I was just
Like, my dad's an idiot.
kind of underwhelming,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
sorry that you had to
Yeah.
deal with such disappointment at such a young age.
Horizontal 8.
How young were you think?
Had to be like
18, 19?
22.
Okay.
Yeah. We live and learn.
Has anybody ever said, all right, don't work too hard now, to you?
Yeah. Go on.
It's a relatively annoying thing for people to say.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like one of those like small talk jokes that's overused, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't work too hard.
Working hard or hardly working, Joe?
Exactly. So they'll go, don't work too hard, and I always go, oh, I'm way ahead of you on that.
Yeah.
Meaning, I already don't work hard.
Yeah. That's funny. It's a good
So
comeback.
I turn to their terrible overused joke. I turn it into something better, something more beautiful, something new to them. You know, so they go, don't work too hard. I go, I'm way ahead of you on that. They go, oh, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I go, you're welcome. And then I walk away because they needed refreshment in their life.
And
they didn't even know they needed
sad lives.
They didn't even know they needed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that I do something similar to that.
Really, what?
When people are like, to be honest, ... People say TBH, to be honest, all the time now. You know? And sometimes I'm like, if someone's like, to be honest, this water's not that as cold as I thought, I'd be like, well, that was a very brave thing you did there, telling the truth, you know?
Yeah.
Thanks for telling the truth.
Yeah.
You know?
Or,
I appreciate you not lying about that.
yeah, exactly. Like, oh, man. Thank goodness you didn't lie to me just now. You know, thank goodness I trust you.
Right. Oftentimes it just goes over the head.
Oh yeah.
And then that's when you know they're truly lost. So,
right.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast on the way here, and they said something like, "Oh, I need a Tum," and somebody was like, "Who just carries Tums on them?"
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You do.
I carry Tums on me. Not like on my person, but there's always Tums in my car.
On my person.
There's always Tums in the car. In fact, because I get really bad acid reflux often.
Bad ass?
Acid reflux.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so when I'm feeling low, I just pop a couple Tums and get faded. But I was actually at the gas station. I was at the gas station one night, and this girl was working, and she was like, I just got really bad heartburn. And I was like, you want some Tums?
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, well, that wouldn't help or whatever. And I was like, no, it's not just for like a tummy ache. It helps a lot with acid reflux and heartburn and whatever, you know. And she was like, no, well, sure, okay.
I'll play
I'm like, all right, run out to my car. And I'm like, here you go. Here's 2 Tums.
Yeah.
She's like, thanks. I'm like, you're welcome. And then I left. I never reported back on whether or not like it helped. So
or even she took it for that matter.
She really might not have even taken it.
She might have like threw it on the ground and
stomped
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, or peed on it or something. Something like that. My
acid reflux is the worst.
Oh, there's nothing worse.
I made a tweet once saying I wouldn't wish acid reflux on my worst enemy.
Yeah, and I agree with you.
It's a rough time.
I agree with you. I'd rather get my fingernails pulled with pliers off of the skin than have acid reflux. Oh. Anyway, my dad was taking me to the house in Troy yesterday to do some work. And
some home improvement.
Some
this old house type of stuff.
Exactly. Never even heard of it. And he stopped to go vote, and he was like, "You want to come vote?" And I was like, "Nah." And because you know, I'm a pretty firm believer that these options both don't care about us. You know, the just the average person.
Okay.
They care about the rich people, and they care about their own agendas. So sorry.
Well,
but hot take.
Viewings.
But I told my dad, I was like, I will vote in the next presidential election that has a candidate that cares about the people.
Okay.
You know, the average people. And he was like, all right, yeah, I get it.
Oh.
He's like, you really should vote.
Yeah.
I was like, I might go in there and tell them all.
Sometimes.
Tell them all their shills. I might go in there and tell them I'm better than all of them.
Sometimes you gotta choose the shiniest of two turds.
Yeah.
Ever hear that saying?
I have.
But
sometimes you don't. I mean, I guess everybody else is gonna choose that turd for me. I don't really.
Yeah. To everyone,
I hate them both.
Those
hate both of them.
two turds. To society, they like no one can. You remember that picture online with the dress that people couldn't decide was blue or gold or whatever. These are those turds.
Exactly.
Okay. Like, people don't know which one's shiny.
Right.
You know? I don't know.
Because neither of them's shiny.
Hot take.
Hot take.
Hot shit.
But, so then I was telling him, like I would go in there and call them all sheep and shills or whatever. And
yeah.
He was like, no, you don't got to do that. I was like, I might go in there and piss all over everybody in there. And then my dad started laughing really hard because
That's his type of humor.
It's not, though. That's the thing.
Oh.
He really, like, he can't stand me and my humor.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I sneak one in that just catches him, and he loses it, and it's like, nothing feels better than that.
Yeah.
It's just like
you. Job well done.
My whole life I tried to make my dad laugh. I never could, and but still every once in a while I'm able to get one right past him and make him laugh.
That's always a nice goal, just being able to make someone laugh. If there's someone I can't make laugh, I feel disappointed with myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that or I'm just like, does this person
that
like
person hates me.
Yeah.
That's what I
like,
think. Oh, they never
like
laughed
me?
at my jokes. They obviously hate me. Which is what I think about my dad.
Just never. Huh. Okay. All right.
One thing I like to do is sound profound while saying some really stupid shit.
Like you know what you're talking about, but
No. So basically, I have a pretty good vocabulary and grammar and that stuff it comes naturally to me.
okay. Got a nice arsenal going.
I have a pretty decent arsenal, but it's easier to talk a little bit dumber.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit and think about what I'm going to say all the time. I just like to say whatever comes to my head.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you just gotta remove the filter.
I just remove the filter and get after it.
My filter's like a foot long.
Right.
It takes forever to. This is hard for me. I'm sweating right now.
Yeah.
But go on.
But I like to basically I'll use my knowledge of different phrases and terms and stuff like that to say something that's it's not nonsense, but it's just there's a way easier way to say it that makes just as much sense.
Okay. That's fair.
Or it'll either be that or it's I'll start a whole sentence and it'll last a while because I'm taking my time and I'm enunciating, and then at the end of the sentence say something really disgusting or offensive, that's just catches people off guard.
I could kind of see that.
So that's what I mean by I can use profundity to set up a joke.
I have an
and it
example
makes it even funnier
of you doing that, but I don't know if I can say it on the potty.
Well, just say it, and if we have to cut it, we'll just do that because you're the one doing it anyway.
It's like you're letting the room know something, and maybe this happens when you don't get a response. You're like, and I'm gay.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That's an example. Just
go into basically
so out of pocket.
It just makes no sense, Just kind of I'll say what I'm saying, and then nobody seems interested in it. And I'm like, well, I got to get them back on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. That's funny. Call me out on it. I don't even, most of that stuff,
You can't think of an example, but
I can't think of any examples right now, but I'm saying like that, your example, like that is just subconscious. Like I
Yeah.
don't even think about that stuff when I say it.
it's just who I am.
It's just who I am.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
No, I think we're gonna leave that in.
Yeah.
Gay's not a bad word,
No,
you know.
there's many meanings to it as well.
There is many meanings.
But yeah.
Yeah. When you're at a gas station, we talked about when we're at a gas station and we get stuck behind somebody who's cashing in lottery tickets.
That
or whatever
actually
else.
happened to me for the first time the other day.
Really? And how
Yeah.
was it?
It was, I wanted to pull my,
Uh-oh. Okay.
no?
Aggressive.
What, censor?
No.
But I want to censor that now.
Okay, then we'll censor it.
All right.
Ooh. But
Okay.
people paying with change is almost as bad.
Yeah.
It's not as bad. It's not. It's not.
Something funny about change or what? Audience has no clue. It's just like, look at that, you know? It's like, what a sad life to live.
It's.
Compared-
But when getting behind people paying with change is almost as bad, but it's not quite as bad. It's a little bit less annoying, but still you're like watching people count out their change and you're looking at the pile of change and you're like, God, you know? Is somebody else at the register today? You know?
Yeah. I'm just still disturbed. But here, I have a change story.
Okay, tell it to
A
me.
coming of age story, if you will.
Okay.
No, it's just change like money.
Currency.
Currency, yes. One time, my aunt for this class had to do this experiment, this social experiment, okay, where she had to pay for like something that was $1, but she paid in all pennies. Yeah.
That would,
Yeah,
that'd be a bummer.
that'd be a bummer, yeah. Huh? See, stuff like that never like angers me too much, especially if I'm the one who's working. Like if I'm behind the register.
Yeah.
Because I'm working, I'm getting paid.
Right.
It's just like I feel sympathy for those behind that
Exactly.
person, you know?
I think about the people behind them,
Yeah,
and then I'm like, man, you are something else.
right. I'm fine. It's just
Yeah, I don't know.
if I'm a civilian in that situation, I'm going to be a little peeved.
Yeah, a little bit peeved.
Yeah.
When I got in my car today, I started my car.
Yeah.
And to do that, I simply sit down. I put the key into the ignition and I turn it clockwise. But the radio started playing. And I don't remember what the song was. I had never heard it before.
WAP?
It was not WAP.
Oh.
But the song started playing and I was like, dude, I have never heard a song so bad in my entire life.
Was it Mo Bamba?
I don't know what it was. I've never heard it before.
Probably can't play on the radio, but Mo Bamba is the worst song I've ever heard, but continue.
I mean, it started playing and I was like, dude, people just listen to that.
Yeah.
You know? Somebody is like, I need to play this song right now.
I'm really feeling like
Mo Bamba.
vibing to this.
Or they're like, bro, let me show you this song. And then they play that, you know, like, ugh. I think about a person enjoying that song, and then I get mad. It like works me
Yeah.
out. It's such
funny.
a weird, it's a character flaw of mine. But I just like make up a story of somebody listening to it and like bobbing their head to it and just loving it, and I get mad.
Character flaw, man.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Just like good music.
I prefer good music over bad music. Thank you.
That's what I do.
I prefer good music over bad music for sure.
Yeah, me too. Good and bad music is night and day. You know, if you like bad music, you like bad music.
Exactly.
Okay? It's not a thing where it's like, yeah, we just like different things. You know, you like your songs, I like my songs. No, your songs suck. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Jess and I think we have like it's funny because like lately she hasn't been listening to a lot of country. I don't know if that's because of me or not, but like
You don't like country?
I'm not a huge fan. I can only really listen to it in like certain environments. Like if I'm out like on a float trip or like driving.
You're gigging.
Yeah, if I'm gigging, if I'm like out on, if I'm driving on like some country roads, then I'll listen to some country music. But if it doesn't fit the vibe, then no, I'm not really a fan of it. But and Jess like can listen to country music at any time.
Yeah.
I like heavy metal. She doesn't like it. But there's like a middle ground of like some
country, heavy metal
combinations.
Genre.
No, there's like certain rap songs, certain like pop type of song, like R&B.
Yeah. Perhaps The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, we both
Jive.
we both jive with The Weeknd. But yeah, there's a solid middle ground, but there's a huge. We each have our own thing where it's like, okay, well, I know not to play this song when I'm with Jess. You know?
Yeah.
Even though I have been trying not to listen to as much. I don't know if I talked about this or not.
Yeah,
actually.
I remember.
But I talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, where like I really shouldn't be doing this because it just kind of like.
Yeah. I stopped listening to like all the angry music that I was listening to, and I feel a lot better.
It's like after you're in the line of QT, when someone's getting lottery tickets in front of you, you're like, you go to your car, it's like,
yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, that doesn't help. So yeah, songs that I can like sing along to. I like songs that I can sing along to. Some Ed Sheeran, some Lucas Graham, some
Ed and Luke.
Edward
and Luke.
Edward and Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird that like music has such an effect on people. Like I never thought it had an effect on my mood, but apparently it does. Have we ever talked about brain freezes on the podcast?
No. Nor do I care to talk about it.
Really?
No, go on.
Oh,
I'll chip in.
I mean, I was just thinking, like, I don't have anything really to say about them. It's just
neither.
like, why does it exist? Like, what's the science behind a brain freeze? What happens? Closes off some blood vessels, and you get like, and it hurts a lot. It's
cold.
It's just
your brain gets cold.
But it's not just cold.
Yeah, I know.
Because your mouth is cold, and you swallow it, so it goes this way.
Maybe the colder your.
You swallow it, and it goes down towards
if you think about bears, when they go into hibernation, their body functions slow down. Okay, maybe with a brain freeze, when you're sipping on a slushy or a Slurpee, your whatever gets cold, those blood vessels slow down, and because of that high traffic, just like going very slow, blood cells going slow through blood vessels create a headache. Oh shoot! I had no idea.
I didn't have no idea about none of that.
Yeah, I have had a brain freeze before, but I think
you have. You're a human.
But like, I haven't had one in years.
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's because I just do everything super slow.
Yeah,
specifically my meals.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You know what people like to do? Almost everybody I've ever met has mimicked my walk. like the way I walk.
Yeah.
They like pretend to walk like
Just
me.
your strut.
They put their arms out like this, and then they go, "Oh, look, I'm Charlie," while they're walking, and it's just weird. How many like different people who are unassociated with one another have done that? You know, people at my work do it. People in high school did it. My friends do it, you know. My family members
Clearly,
do it.
it's an issue with you.
It's obviously a me thing because these people don't even know each other, and they're like
it's not like a thing where like, oh, let everyone get in on this joke. Okay?
Right. They didn't discuss it with each other. It's just me. It's just they all think the same thing about me. That guy walks like a psycho.
Probably not. I don't know, but anyway. I've had this similar thing, okay?
Yeah.
Where I have super long arms, okay?
You do.
And often, just when I walk, kind of my arms are a little too far from my side.
It's a wrestler thing.
There's that, and then a lot of people call it invisible lat syndrome. You know? Have you ever heard that?
No, mine aren't invisible. My lats,
that's
my
what
lats are like.
I have lats to prove that it's just like, you know, when there's clothing, you know, like you can't really see lats. I have lats. Guys, I promise I have lats. But and like I've tried. I've shown people like, okay, imagine if I just walk like this. And I tried to like walk normal.
Yes, I did the same thing. I'm like, the last person who made fun of me for it was like, "You're doing that on purpose." I was like, "You think so, for real?" He's like, "I really think you are." I'm like, "Okay, watch this." I put my arms at my side. He's like, "Oh, stop."
Yeah.
He's like, "That just doesn't look right at all."
I had that same reaction. Like, that's so. They're like, "What are you doing? That looks weird." And that's the normal way to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
My lats look like angel wings.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Mine look like
bat wings.
Sure. Thanks. Yeah, you either talk the walk or you walk the talk, so.
When a baby's born, if you just throw it in a pool, it can swim. Did you know that? Newborn babies can just swim.
Human babies?
Human babies.
I believe something tells me I can test that today and we can prove that wrong.
If you want to go to the nursery, grab a couple of newborn babies and test it out. We'll do an experiment.
It'll be one of our episodes.
We'll do an experiment. We'll have like 10 babies. And like we'll see the percentage of them.
It's like on Twitter, we're like, "Hey, if any of you have a baby we can borrow for like an hour,
or like
let us know."
Today we tested how many babies could survive after throwing them in a pool.
Little Gregory here is 7 pounds 5 ounces.
When you give it a name, it changes everything. When you give it a name,
we just toss.
Like imagine a face, you know, and its parents, like Bill and Angela, you know. Anyway,
that's good.
Isn't that crazy though? You don't believe that though? You don't think they can?
I mean, where'd you find this information from?
I don't remember. It was a.
If it wasn't Forbes, I don't believe it.
It was a class. I don't remember if it was in high school or if it was when I was in college for a week and a half. But they showed a video of it, like a baby walked outside. I guess the parent was clipping her toenails or brushing her teeth or something along those lines.
We're talking about newborn babies?
This baby wasn't a newborn.
Oh, okay.
But he was young.
Okay.
He was crawling.
He's crawling.
Crawled like out the back door. The back door was like open or whatever, and the baby crawled out and went into the pool. Yeah. And like the baby, it was crazy because there was no panic in the baby's face. No. The baby's head, the baby was on his back, and the face was above the surface, and the baby was like doing this with his eye. It was so crazy. I was like,
that's
man,
interesting.
I hope my baby's that smart. That's the first thing I'm gonna do when I bring my baby home when it's born. I'm gonna throw it in the pool, and if it doesn't survive, then
Well,
I don't want that baby.
it wasn't truly your child.
Yeah, it
you know?
wasn't meant to be.
Like, you're no son of mine.
That was all a joke, by the way. I would never, ever do that.
Yeah,
Please.
Of course.
Please don't call the authorities. Do you know the difference between a windmill and a wind turbine?
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
This is a
first.
This is a first. It's rare that people know the difference.
Hopefully I do.
So I'm going to let you tell me the difference.
Okay.
And I will let you know
Okay.
if you're correct.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so a windmill, okay, typically made out of, like, wood, perhaps. You could find them on, like, farms or near barns, maybe.
Yeah.
But wind turbines are far more industrial type machines. They're way taller, and they are used. Okay, let me say this. I don't know what the purpose of a windmill is for, but a wind turbine is used to produce energy. How's that for you?
So a wind turbine is made out of more than 8,000 parts, and it harnesses the wind's kinetic energy and converts it into electricity. A windmill generates mechanical energy, but not electricity.
Okay.
That's strange. And I'm never going to explain what I thought the difference was. Never. Because I'm a part of the idiot crew who didn't know the difference now.
Ah, jeez.
But I was wrong.
You're wrong.
But I'm never going to explain how I was wrong.
Well, people are always going to ask you.
Mainly because it's so, like, unbelievably just not even close, not even in the ballpark.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Now, if I said something like, "Oh, a windmill's like those like propellers you hold, right?"
Yeah.
Or like, and then a turbine is what is on a plane, right?
Then I would have.
Then you would have
I
shared.
would have.
You would have maybe made fun of
And I
me a
would have
little bit.
laid into you.
And
laid
then-
into you.
Okay. But the odds are not. Anyway.
What time are we at?
47.
47.
47.
47. Day 15. What's up with websites you got to put in your age for? So I was thinking, a lot of the thoughts I have are like, they fall into like the high thoughts category, And these are things that I just think of. But she's like, I don't know how you just think of that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's hard to explain because, anyway. So what we're going to do is go through a list of high thoughts and kind of talk about each one.
High thought. Are these like high thoughts? Your high thoughts?
No,
What's
no,
a high
no.
thought?
Like stoner thoughts.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you meant high thoughts as in like the higher the thought, the more frequent you think about that thought. And a low thought would be something you think of very rarely. But you're talking about when a stoner is,
Under the influence.
is vibing and has these thoughts. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's number one. Is there another word for synonym?
Similar words.
Remember the tweet I made that was like, what's the antonym for synonym?
Yeah.
That's a funny one.
Dang.
Follow me on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter.
There's
at
other-
the dude _ the guy on Twitter and Instagram.
There's other tweets that I've had similar to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Whatever, douchebag. If I weigh 99...
I'm just as good as you, if not better.
Okay. If I weigh 99 pounds and eat a pound of nachos, am I 1% nacho?
I guess so.
Kind of.
Kind of, if you think about it, yeah. Yeah?
Let's see. If two vegans are arguing, is it still considered beef? That's stupid. That's just a bad joke.
Hold on. Hold on.
A lot of these are bad. Why is this one so bad?
So, if I ate roughly, let's say at least 2 pounds of nachos, then I would be 1% nacho. A little more than 1%.
Because you weigh about 200 pounds?
I mean, I'm short of 200 pounds.
So it'd be a little bit more than...
Yeah, I like
1%.
pretty much what I'm saying. If I eat 2 pounds, I'll definitely surpass that 1% mark.
Okay.
For whoever was wondering. I'm sure like you were going into this episode
Wondering
hoping
what
hoping we would discuss this.
Yeah.
But
If you were born deaf, what language would you think in? Good question. That's tough to think about though, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I would suppose what you read and write with, but even if you're like a Helen Keller, well, what
how
then?
does she think? Yeah.
How does she think? Was she born like that, or was she Danish?
I don't think she was.
Was this something that occurred halfway through her life, or?
I'm not
Because
sure.
if that happened, then she would just continue to think the way she always has. But
Right.
that changes a little bit when you, okay.
If you work as security at a Samsung store, does that make you Guardian of the Galaxy?
That's a good point. It's funny. Dang it, I have some.
These are stupid.
These are stupid.
Yeah, they're not that funny. Who decided the order of the alphabet? That's a good one.
Probably Professor Alpha, bet.
Oh.
No, Professor Albert Fabet. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You got any other thoughts?
Yeah.
Get after it.
Keep talking. Keep talking.
What do you want me to talk about?
Keep talking.
Okay.
My
dog's getting big. He's a big boy. Who's your big boy? Who's such a big boy?
Okay, I've made this joke a lot. I kind of referred to myself as like whenever I do something kind of dumb or like sorry. Whenever I do something kind of like goofy or like, oh, why'd I do that? Like people kind of judge me. Usually my friends, they're like, oh, what the heck, dude?
Right.
Like, why would you do that? I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
You know, I just
caught
say that.
the other day.
And dyslexia has nothing to do with the way you think. It's like, I mean, well, it's like has to do with your mind, but like whatever issues I had going on there was not dyslexia.
Right.
And pretty much I was just dyslexia. What is dyslexia?
Like the definition?
Yeah.
I'll find that.
You find the definition and I'll talk about what celebrities have dyslexia.
Okay.
And I just found this recently. I wasn't even seeking this stuff out.
Really?
I was watching like videos about them. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, he has dyslexia. And ever since I started making that joke, shortly after I learned all these celebrities have dyslexia. And I wasn't even searching for that information.
Right.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Yeah.
So the definition is I'm receiving a phone call.
Oh my word.
So, and I don't want to decline it. So we're going to wait until it just
Nice
goes
job
to,
with the do not disturb.
it's my watch.
Do you remember the definition?
No. I remember a general term is all I got so far.
That's unfortunate.
It's
Okay.
fine. We're just going to wait till it stops raining. We're going to
Yeah.
fill the void with, there we go. A general term for disorders that involve difficulty in learning to read or interpret words, letters, and other symbols, but that do not affect general intelligence.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a weird wording, but yeah.
Yeah, so whenever I do something dumb, that's kind of even more so like that has nothing to do with dyslexia.
Yeah,
I'm
has
not
even less to do with it. It's honestly, it's only the way when you're looking at words and letters and stuff, the way your brain just warps it, I guess.
I'm not even dyslexic.
Has
people.
yeah, and you
So,
don't
but
even
that-
suffer from that.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that, but yeah. So celebrities that I just learned too, but it's kind of crazy to me that
Still more than you think.
Yeah.
I would think all celebrities don't have it.
yeah. Jay Leno, he was dyslexic.
Okay.
Still, I guess he still is.
Still is. Yeah, that
Can
was
someone
weird.
conquer dyslexia?
Ooh, I don't know. Can you overcome?
Is it like something that? Is it like an allergy? You know, how you can like overcome that eventually. I'm just gonna keep talking about that while you research.
Dyslexia is a disorder present at birth and cannot be prevented or cured, but it can be managed with special instruction and support.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Yeah. So Jay Leno is dyslexic. He is dyslexic,
Okay.
and Keanu Reeves is also dyslexic.
Is he really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Is that cool?
It has to be. Okay, so it's one thing. It has to be so frustrating to be dyslexic.
Yeah.
Because it's one thing to try to read something and it's like messed up.
Yeah.
But like imagine you're on the highway and you look up at a billboard and you're like, what? You know, like what does that say? And then you get like confused. Like
How does that happen? You know?
road signs, can you get a license? You have to be able to read road signs. But I guess you know what road signs say.
I feel like it's not like everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's just certain like
But it's
maybe there's like ticks for it.
letters and symbols though. It's like how your brain like it's I think it was
Yeah.
like the inability to interpret them.
Yeah.
So you just like look at your hat says
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper. If you and I were talking, I look up your hat
Yeah.
like then
I think it's crazy how it's just something like you're born with, you know?
Yeah.
It's not something
That
it's
you
not
just-
because you're stupid.
right. Has nothing to do with intelligence.
Yeah.
It said that too.
Yeah.
It's actually really crazy cuz like
Hey, pipe down a little. over
you
there.
like it's hard to explain. You just can't you just can't interpret letters and symbols and stuff.
Yeah, you just can't. You just can't. No matter how hard you try. I mean, there's
And it's funny because like for people without it, I look at your hat, it says Dr. Pepper, I can read.
yeah, I'm wearing a Dr. Pepper hat, by the way.
And like and it's just natural. I look
Yeah.
at my text messages, I read it, I respond with my own text message,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it's not even that they're bad at reading either.
Yeah.
I'm trying to compare it to like, oh, maybe like in kindergarten when I sucked at reading.
But it's not like that.
Yeah, it's a completely different sensation, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, good dyslexic talk.
That was good.
That was good.
I'll talk about dyslexia. What? I'll talk about dyslexia with you anytime. Anytime you want.
Thanks, Betty. Thanks,
not
buddy.
your buddy guy.
Yeah. I have
South Park.
one
That's from South
thing.
Park. That's from South Park.
One thing to say.
Okay.
This has been in my notes for like months.
Really? How many?
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5?
2.
Okay.
The dude and the guy didn't exist 5 months ago.
Oh. Close.
Life used to be cooler. Let me say that.
Okay.
And just an example of why that's not like the subject,
Grim.
but it's like this is an example of how cooler life was back in the early 2000s, okay? I remember we got Cheez-Its one time, okay?
Okay.
And within the Cheez-It box was a demo for a video game.
Really?
Yeah, just within the Cheez-It box
Yeah.
was a whole ass demo for a video game.
What video game?
It was Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was for like a PC. You know, it
Okay.
wasn't for like a game system or anything. But
Yeah.
the fact, and like growing up, I didn't have cable or internet, or the basic necessities you need to survive. But so that like this demo, I played over and over again. All right.
Yeah. Thanks. Good. Thank you.
That's what I do. The sun keeps moving.
Son.
But yeah, it was just the Spider-Man 2 game demo. The demo lasted me about took me like an hour, a little over an hour to finish. So it was like a solid hour of entertainment. And it was just cool.
Yeah.
You just buy Cheez-Its and you get that.
But I mean, they still do giveaways and stuff like that. Like cereal boxes have toys in them and stuff.
Toys, right? Plastic toys that are just like a disc, you know?
That is crazy.
Just like a whole disc in a Cheez-It box.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I mean, it was insane to me, but it's just cool. They don't do that anymore, and it's
stuff like that really doesn't happen that much anymore. It's because people are a lot.
Everything's digital.
People are a lot more greedy. They've done so much to figure out the best way to stretch shit out and get as much money for it as they can. That's why we're getting Grand Theft Auto 5 on a third video game system. It's the first game that's ever happened.
Yeah, I saw a tweet about that. It was the PS2 had 3 GTA games, and GTA 5 had three systems.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
It's just stupid. It's develop it. It's you've made your money on this game. It's time to move on.
Yeah.
All right?
They made that's.
But they're just making so much money on it.
Yeah,
still
with online and everything.
Still.
Yeah, that's why they're redoing it instead of just making a new game and a good online universe for that game.
Yeah.
And making just as much money on that game.
It's bonkers.
It is so crazy.
Bonkers. Yeah, someday they'll get to it. Maybe.
It makes me not really want to support Rockstar Games very much. They're just doing it in such a greedy, disgusting way, but also they make such good games.
They're just being so what? I'm still a Rockstar.
Yeah, exactly.
I got my rock moves. Right?
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, here's a thought. Just a brief thought. I was working, right? And there was this old couple. They're like, "Hey, fella, could you get the popcorn for us? We forgot it." I'm like, "Okay, what kind you need?" They're like, buttered would do. Buttered or just plain. I'm like, "Okay, I'm on it." And I went back there and got it. Came back, and the gentleman, after I handed them the popcorn and they checked out and everything, they were heading out. He was like, "Thanks, guy."
Did he really?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Funny.
And that is your name.
That is my name. It's actually Caleb.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's my it's an alias.
Alias. What time are we at?
103.
Okay.
103. Yeah.
We want to get into some Urban Dictionary words?
Can I say this?
No.
Danish.
Okay.
Okay, Danish. Let me say this. Danish is the kind of guy who will be pissed at you for not choosing him as your best man at your wedding. True or false?
Whoa. Right now, we need to be able to distinguish who we're talking about here, okay?
I'm talking about Danish.
We're going to still say
Did I not say Danish? Did I not say...
We're going to still say Danish, but we just need to be sure in the future when we're talking to What? Danish couldn't make it today. He had to work.
Yeah.
But yes, he is.
He has other podcasts to research for.
I have 4 or 5 friends that I'm really, really close with.
Yeah.
And on top of that, a brother.
Yeah.
So how on earth do I choose my best man for my wedding? And he most definitely is the type to be like, dude, I wasn't the best man at your wedding. Well, and what's he gonna do whenever it's his wedding?
Yeah, it's not like when he gets married, Danish gets married, he's gonna be like, yeah, sorry, you're not my best man. There's just so many people,
Yeah,
I couldn't.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I don't know why you're so mad.
Yeah.
And then when it's him who's not the best man,
throws a pissy fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Danish doesn't even listen to these. So,
No, he doesn't.
This is behind his back.
This is actually.
He will
behind his
never
back.
find this audio.
Somebody needs to tell him, like, hey, dude, those guys were talking.
Yeah, they're talking
But
mad.
nobody knows who Danish
Mad
is.
smack.
Nobody
But
knows who Danish is, though.
That's right.
And nobody ever will.
They'll show up. It's a very stupid, dry humor joke, but they'll show up to a bakery and just kind of the Panera Bread Co. and just press their face up against the glass. They're like, "Hey,
The dude and the guy were
dude and-
talking about you.
yeah, half."
Let's talk about Urban Dictionary words.
Okay,
And then let's get out of here after that because we're over an hour.
okay, and I have work to do.
And
My gauntlet,
my friend has work to do.
just in the middle of the gauntlet right now.
Running it.
Just in the middle of the gauntlet.
So, I'll go first.
Okay,
Even though your words have been trash for the past 6 weeks.
okay.
The triple B, otherwise known as the back burner.
What? Oh.
And
Okay.
we'll have to, but a name for someone who your group of friends doesn't particularly like to hang out with, but if you are alone and all other friends are busy, you call your triple B and they are always anxious and willing to hang out. Pretty much a friend who will always be a last resort and they have no idea.
What's it called?
Triple B,
Oh, what's
back
that?
burner.
Oops.
There we go.
Back burner.
Yeah.
Just the back burner is just funny, and then
See-
so is the third word. I just can't say it.
We have a group of friends, and I don't think anybody is the triple B. I don't think our group has a triple B, if you think there's no triple B, then you are the triple B.
Oh shoot!
Oh, no, I'm the triple B. I'm the back burner.
Uh-oh.
So here, Bob says,
It's like he's catching on. He's catching on.
Bob says, hey, are we all hanging out tonight? Fred, of course. Is the triple B coming? Fred, no. Wait, what? No, dude. Thank God. A day later, Bob, hey, Mark, Fred's out of town. Do you want to come over and chill? Mark, would I ever?
Oh, score!
Oh, sweet.
Ah, thanks, Fwen. Yeah, he has no idea.
He's the triple B.
Dang, just a beta.
Yeah, very beta.
Extremely disappointing
Very,
thing to
very,
be.
very beta.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, good word. Good word.
Yeah.
Triple B.
That's right.
That's good. That's good. I like that one a
Thanks.
lot. Triple
Thank you.
B. You could say it, and then like a lot of people wouldn't know what you're talking
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, this is our triple B right here.
We
And,
got it.
like just
Yeah.
like rub it in,
about. Yeah.
Like, hey, what's up, guys? This is our
Yeah.
triple B. Terry right here, and
Yeah.
then Terry's like, I don't know what that means, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. I'm ready.
What's your word?
Trash panda.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Trash panda. A raccoon. And for an example, those damn trash pandas keep tearing up my garbage bags.
Okay, so it's just a raccoon.
Yeah, term for a raccoon. Pretty much every example is those damn trash pandas are
Yeah.
in my garbage bin. Raccoon. I saw a trash panda last night. Those things are scary.
Yeah. I saw a video on Facebook today. A raccoon got its head stuck in like a sewer
Drain.
drain. Yeah, it's got its head stuck in there, and they lifted it out, sedated the raccoon, and squeezed its head. Put some soap and water in there, squeezed its head through, and the raccoon was okay.
What a kind act.
Very kind act.
Very kind act. I have a funnier definition,
Okay.
and we won't have to censor it.
Okay.
Trash panda. A legendary creature who raids barracks and eats everything. Isn't that funny?
I like that. I'm a
Yeah.
trash panda in that sense.
You're a trash panda?
Yeah, I like going through people's
Hey, you're the
pantry.
trash panda.
Yeah.
Who's the trash panda?
You're the triple
I
B.
am.
You're the triple B. I'm the trash panda.
Oh. Yeah, right.
Okay, great.
Here's another
Love
one.
men.
It's
Love
kind
men.
of not the best definition. Okay. Trash Panda, a girl who has very low morals and looks like a dumpster fire that will pretty much get with anyone with no regrets.
That's just sad.
Yeah, hey Ray, want to go to the bar tonight and pick up some Trash Pandas?
Oh no. Icky. That's icky.
It's icky stuff, yeah. So, Trash Panda as a creature is good, but
as a human being,
as
not
a
so
human
good.
being, no. Don't go down that route of being a trash panda.
Ladies, gentlemen, next week is our week off. We're not dropping a potty next week. We're waiting until October 31st. Halloween 2020 is when our season finale comes out, episode 16. And then we'll take a short break after that. Not as short as the mid-season break, but still not too crazy long.
Yeah, just to get our stuff together,
Just long enough to get our stuff together, and hopefully just long enough for you guys to be like, man, I wish the dude and the guy would drop a potty.
You gotta, yeah.
Keep you guys on your toes. We have an awesome guest lined up. Halloween themed. It's going to be sweet.
It's going to be sweet.
It's going to be sweet.
We're going to have the jack-o'-lantern tablecloth on.
All right, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I can't keep it in anymore. Our guest next week, or for the Halloween episode, is the Headless Horseman. We got him. We got him to do it. Anyway, just kidding.
Got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 15 of The Dude and the Guy. Anything else you want to sprinkle in there before we take off?
No, just take care of your family.
Where's my band at?
Oh, there
There they are.
There you go. Yep, thank you.
Awesome. We will see you next time.
All right, good night, America.